filling into the belly. Filling into your back. Every breath just a little bit longer and deeper than your daily breath. We arrive within this moment, right here, right now. Conscious with our breathing. And observing this experience. And as you begin to try and soften all of the thoughts, come back to breath. Feel and sense your feet. And as you arrive at the arches of your feet, could you connect with the sensations that you're feeling? The more awareness you bring to your feet, the more sensations you might begin to feel. Maybe coolness or maybe warmth. Tingling. Grounding into the earth beneath you. Notice the energy exchanging through your feet. Your energy that doesn't serve runs down into the earth, and the earth sends you brand new energy up through the feet. These sensations might start to lift up into your shins, all the way up the thighs, all the way up the spine. As we bring our awareness all the way to the top of our head, what are you sensing now at the top of your head? Do you feel pressure? Do you feel tingling and sensations again at the top? Creating this opening. Allow the crown of the head to open so that all of the light you hold within starts to extend upwards. And your energy is flowing all the way up to the Father Sky and all the way up past the sky, all the way out into the universe. And this source energy starts to come down, meeting your light all the way down, coming down through the top of your head into your body. May you sense the energy flowing from the ground into your feet and from up above into your head. And your breath is circulating this energy round and round in your body. As you breathe in and breathe out. I want you to bring all of your awareness to a specific area in your body that might cause you discomfort or pain. Find this area and bring all of your awareness there. And notice what is the first thing that comes to mind when I ask, what color is this spot? What color is this pain? And any color is completely fine. Now, as you picture this color, just like a knob, a volume knob, I want you to turn the knob to this color and brighten it up. Brighten this color and keep brightening it until it turns white. Bright white light as you transmute the energy in this spot. Taking a deep breath. Slowly and gently begin to welcome yourself back. Feeling the spaciousness that surrounds you. Gently allowing the eyes to flutter open as we bring awareness back into the room. As we guide ourselves gently back, we'll fix our posture, growing a little taller again. And just guiding that right ear all the way down to the right shoulder. Allow the shoulders to stay relaxed, as there's a tendency to bring the shoulder to the ear. And so as we relax the right shoulder, we allow the weight of the head to just be. Gravity takes over, and we send a deep inhale up the spine, into the shoulders. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders melting and drooping. And with your breath, you might notice how every inhale, shoulders gently lift. And every exhale, the shoulders fall. Guiding the head back to center. Pause. You might just notice as you close the eyes if you feel a difference, right side versus left side. Maybe we don't feel anything, and that's okay too, as we take that opposite ear down to the opposite shoulder. And then making sure our posture again is nice and tall, peeling the shoulders down and away. Breath in, breath out. Find a few more breaths, allowing the weight of your head to be heavy. Gravity taking over. As we guide the head back to center, take another breath. Turning the head to the right side as you peek past your shoulder. Almost like a shoulder check in the car. We take that gaze all the way to the opposite direction. One more time, to the right, to the left. As we come back to the right side, point your nose and tilt it down towards your shoulder. Come back to center and turn your head all the way to the other side again. Look down towards your shoulder, back to center, all the way to the right. Last one, each side, looking down, looking straight as we switch. Again, dipping down, coming back to center. Good. This time, we'll start to release the left arm next to us. Now, add a little bit of flexion through your fingertips. Yeah, pointing them towards the back room. This nice tall posture again as we correct ourselves, and right ear down to the right shoulder. Now, your left arm, you might notice a little more intensity this time, running down from your neck all the way down to your wrists. And if you would like more sensation, you can pull the arm behind you a little more and notice that this might start to intensify as you hold here. Find a few more breaths. You also have the option to tilt the weight of your head back and feel the chin lift towards the sky. And then tilt the weight of the head forward and notice the stretch move to the back of the neck. We do this flossing technique, up and back, forward and back. Keeping that right ear to the right shoulder. Beautiful. Now, as you start to release your head back to center, roll out your wrist in one direction and the other direction. Then place your palm out to the sky and take your fingertips and pull them towards you. Relax the shoulders. If you want a little more intensity, lengthen the left arm so that you get more. And we find another inhale, exhale. I like to envision a deep breath and blowing away all that stress down away from our forearm. Good, and then slowly release and shake it out, wiggle it out. And then pause again for a moment and just feel, right? Maybe you feel a little different in your left arm and left side than your right side. We're just connecting with the body, connecting with how it responds, right? And then we'll even out by doing the other side as well. Right arm out, flex those nice and expanded fingertips back behind you. Start to take the left ear down to the left shoulder. Pause. The more that you energize your right hand and kind of pull it out and down towards the earth, the more you feel. And you might start to pull the arm behind you a little more, getting a little more flexion, intensity arises, and if we want to introduce the weight of our head drops back, stretch moves into the jawline, and as we come down, stretch moves to the back. And so again, we can incorporate that motion through the head only if it serves us. Maybe we feel better if we just hold the head still, and that's fine too. So I always say, listen to your body, communicate with your body, and anything that's not for you, just leave it behind. As we guide the head back to center, we start to roll out that wrist again, bringing it back, one direction and the other. Good. Our right palm comes up to the sky. We take those fingertips, we pull them back. Lengthening the arm if we'd like, or keeping it bent for a little less. Take those 3 deep cleansing breaths. As we release, we take a little shake, 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 wiggle it out. Hands come together, interlock your fingers and flip your palms, taking a big stretch. You might even take this stretch overhead, however, stop wherever feels comfortable for you. And then bring it back to center. Take one more set. Deep breath in as you open. Exhale. Now look at your fingers and just cross the opposite grip. It will feel a little funny, non-dominant grip as you take 2 more sets. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Releasing those arms. Let it go. Start to shake those shoulders with the hands. Let it go. Shoulders hold a lot of stress. Take a deep breath in. Scrunch the shoulders up into the ears. And then on your exhale, big sigh it out. Another 2 sets. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Let them them drop. Last one. Awesome. And then one shoulder at a time. Start to roll them around and around. Almost like you're taking a boat and you're going to row that boat backwards, one paddle at a time. Good. And we'll start to row that boat forward, one paddle at a time. Good. Now my imagination went swimming in the water. And then pause. Oh, lots of work as we move those shoulders around. So next up, I would like you to come a little bit taller on your seat so that your feet are connected and rooted into the earth. You have your ankles lined up under your knees. You have your knees lined up with your hips. Okay, and we'll find a seated cat-cow. As the hands are on the thighs, we'll start to pull the arms up the thighs, elbows draw back, open your heart, gaze to the sky. As you exhale, rounding, chin tucks to the chest, lengthening the arms forward. Inhale, open the heart, draw the shoulder blades back and together. Exhale, rounding the spine. A few more on your own as you inhale, arching the spine. As you exhale, rounding the spine. Sighs are welcome as you take those deep breaths. One breath, one movement, trying to match. Every inhale, heart opens. Every exhale, heart closes. Two more. Last one. And as you come tall again in your seats, lengthen. Find your breath. Go ahead and widen your feet a little bit for me. Toes out, heels in. Find a little side to side sway. As you sway side to side, you might notice each forearm kind of leaning onto your thigh, right? You can use those forearms as support. And then you notice a stretch going down the side of your body. And so as we bring it all the way to the right, we're going to hold it here. Okay, hold it to the right. Your elbow is leaning and resting on your thigh. It's like you're holding a platter. Yeah. Now you're receiving a big stretch down your left side here, right? So breathe into your rib cage. You can even feel it expanding. Good. For lots of us, this might be where you stop, okay? Because lots of shoulder issues might prevent us from taking that hand and arm overhead. Okay, if we'd like to swoosh the arm overhead, we could. And again, we're taking the left arm over, right arm stays like a platter connected to our thigh. Beautiful. And then we're just going to take that arm and windmill. Give it a few circles, round and round. Look at what direction you're going and go the opposite way. Beautiful. All right, slowly, gently, guide that body upright for a minute. Connect. Take a breath. Does one side feel different than the other? Good. Okay, we're going to take it to the other side. Left arm on that thigh. Hold that platter to the sky. Yeah, open your heart. Watch that your right shoulder's not drooping. We really want to guide the heart so that both the shoulders are stacked. Sending our breath into this right side body. Good, and then maybe if we chose to bring that arm overhead, we swoop the arm overhead again. Wonderful. Hold it here. Find your breath. Windmill the arm, take it forward a few times. Take it backwards a few times. Guiding the body all the way back upright. Oh. Awesome. All right, hands to your thighs. Fingertips are pointing down. We can hinge at the hips, right? We can lean forward and tall again, right? Kind of coming forward and tall. Making sure we're not rounding coming forward. We're opening the heart as we come forward, and we're guiding the shoulders back and shoulder blades back and together. Good. Little hinge. Forward, back, forward, back. Now as we come tall, notice little shimmy with your shoulders. All right, a little twist from the spine. And as you're leading with your shoulders, right, it's the shoulders that are leading, your right hand will press into your thigh as you dip that right shoulder down. Yeah, and then we'll come back to center. Left shoulder dips down. Your shoulder blade wing will kind of stick out, and maybe you'll find some sensation there. Coming back to center one more time in each direction. Awesome. Back to center, heel toe, those feet all the way back in and then all the way back out. A little movement through our ankles here as we do that a few more times, and maybe we start to pick up our pace and do that a little quicker, a little faster. Awesome, bring it back to center all the way hip width. Seated nice and tall, take that left hand to your right thigh, right hand to your right armrest, and then shine your heart all the way to the right as you twist your spine. You can use your arms as leverage to press against your thigh. Watch that your shoulders aren't stressed up into your ears, but rather drawn down and away. You're breathing into your belly as you wring out your spine. Every exhale guiding the abdominals into the spine. Finding your last breath here as you come back to center. Okay, neutralize, find a couple breaths. I can feel that twist, I don't know about you. But we'll even out the other side as the right hand takes the left thigh, left arm takes your armrest. Grow tall through your spine as you begin to twist your heart to the left side. Shoulders again root down. Massaging our internal organs with that breath. One more deep cleansing breath in. And as you exhale, untwist. Inhale. Exhale. Sun salutation. As the arms float into cactus, we take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your belly in and reach down for your toes. Take another inhale to a halfway lift as you pull your belly in. Exhale down for your fold. Arms to the sky, cactus. Exhale, fold. Lifting up halfway, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Arms to the sky, cactus. Hands to heart, take a deep breath. Root and ground.
Looks like we're all praying.
Yeah, this is namaste. Sending gratitude while we're here, why not? Send your blessings, send your thanks, everything that we have to be grateful for, like our nurturing relationships, the roof over our head, the food on our table, all of it, right? All right, finding one more set here as we inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding for those toes. Take a breath as you inhale halfway. Exhale down for those toes. Inhale all the way to the sky. Exhale down for those toes. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Arms to the sky. Hands to heart. Notice if you can feel or sense the energy flowing through your body a little more, right? We've been breathing one breath, one movement, going up, going down. And so sometimes you can even sense it coursing through the body a little more. Everything is energy, and we're here to move that energy through our bodies. And so yeah, like a seaweed, can you just kind of like move the body, exploring, like the arms kind of waving like waves in the ocean, side to side. Awesome. And then we're going to pretend like we're picking apples, and we're going to reach for an apple above our head. And reach for another apple way above our head over here. And then again, across, and then all the way to the side. Oh, let's reach to the sides. And all the way to that side. Good. Really extending that arm. Ooh, and then we're reaching all the way towards the ground. Like you might have dropped some apples, and we're going to pick them up off the ground. Good. Feeling this twist. And then again, we're going to go back to the sides. Back to the sides. I don't know, where did all these apples come from? Up high.
It's apple pie.
We got lost, we got to harvest. Good, relax those arms.
That was good.
If we'd like some water, feel free to pause and take some. Important to stay hydrated. Keeps your muscles from spasming and also from cramping. Alrighty. As we come back to our seat, go ahead and lengthen your right leg. Toes are flexed up. So we might have to come up onto our edge of our seat just so that we can lengthen the leg and find our knee. Either could be a little soft depending on how open we are, right? Or eventually it could go long. Now lift your spine so that you're very tall. And make sure that you're not rounding here, okay? Remember that hinge we played with earlier? We kind of hinged forward at the hips and hinged back. We're doing that again here. As you hinge forward, your heart is open, your shoulders are back. Notice how you feel a little more sensation going down the back of your right leg there, yeah? Good. So when you start to feel that sensation, pause wherever you feel it. You can rest your left forearm on your thigh if that's comfortable to kind of lean into it, but still keep your heart open as best you can. Good. Awesome. Now keep those toes flexing up. Breathing. Awesome. As we bring our body upright, we'll still keep the leg as it is, and we're scooping the energy, guiding it up, and scooping that energy, lifting it up. Good. One more time. And release the arms, release the legs, shake it out a little bit. Find the other side. Left leg lengthens. Toes are flexed. We lengthen our body nice and tall, and we start to hinge at the hips. Forward, ooh, and back. Just warming up, right? Getting used to, okay, where's my edge? How far can I go before it starts to really scream at me? Keeping the heart open. As you find that edge, you're gonna pause. So from the side, just so the camera can see, we're making sure we're not like this when we're reaching forward, but rather like this. Right, so just keeping that long, straight spine. 2 more deep cleansing breaths. As we come up, we'll scoop again that dense energy, guide it up towards the sky. 2 more times. And let that leg come in, shake it out however you need. All right, so for the last bit here, we will stand up and come behind our chairs. Take your time getting there.
Chairs are the most uncomfortable chairs that ever.
Alrighty. So we're standing with our feet hip width apart, and we have our toes pointing forward. Okay, now go ahead and just kind of pedal your feet. As you pedal your feet, your hips will start to slightly kind of move from side to side, side to side. Okay. Yeah. And then as we grow tall again here, this is a down dog with the chair. So with our hips, we're hinging, just like we did earlier from the hips. We want to hinge. Now, watch that your knees are not locked out. We want softness in our knees, right? So that we feel stretch here into our hamstring. Our heart is open, We could lengthen the arms all the way if we desire. We even find some shoulder stretching as we melt our heart through the shoulders, right? Optional. Coming all the way back up as you rise. Good. Deep breath in. As you exhale, take the heart forward, hips back. And we'll do that a few times. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Remember that softness in your knees, making sure we're not locking out our knees. Okay, we want to keep a little bit of a bend. Awesome. Last one, we'll hold it at the bottom again. Take a deep breath. Back up. Right leg forward, left leg back. Pyramid shape with your feet, legs. And your back toes are at a 45-degree angle, just a slightly bit out to the side. However, we want to make sure our hip isn't open, right? So we want to make sure that if we need a closer step or if we need to guide the toes in more, watch that both your hips are facing forward. Good. Now, your right thigh is engaged. And you want to make sure so that it protects your knees. And you'll feel your kneecap lift a little bit as you engage it. So as you stand tall, take a deep breath in. Hinge at your hips. Send them back. Yes, this time it's okay to lock your knees. Just make sure your thighs are engaged. You'll feel the right hamstring here. Especially as you tilt your tailbone to the sky. Open your heart a little more as you lengthen. If you'd like to explore, you can shake your hips a little bit to the left and to the right. So a slight little sway just to explore the sensations. If it doesn't feel good, don't worry about it. Don't do it. Just hold still. Awesome. We're coming all the way back up and take a little bend into your right knee and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. Bend. Now as you bend, you will stretch your back calf. Okay, and you feel the heel really pressing into the earth, and you're just going to hold it there. Inhale, exhale. Good. As you release, step those feet together, opposite leg back. Now your left leg is forward, right leg is back. 45-degree angle with those back toes, hips are forward. Lock out your knees, engage your thighs. Hinge at your hips as you bring the heart forward, hips back. Hold. Breathe into the sensations you're feeling down the back of the left leg. If you're doing lots of walking, right, this is the spot that gets tight. Connected to our hips, our glutes. Awesome. Take a little bit of a wagging through your tail, if you did on the other side, and let those hips sway a little bit to the left, to the right. As you come all the way tall, take a breath in. Exhale, send it down. One more time, up with a breath. Exhale, send it down. As you rise, bending into your left knee again here. Release and bend, release and bend. As you bend, you'll pause and really, really root your back heel. Engage the thigh, engage the glute, lock out your right knee. You want a really, really straight leg. And the taller you come up with your heart, the more stretch you're getting down the front line. You might even feel it all the way into your hip flexor. And then gently release and just kind of shake out those legs a little bit. Awesome. All right. You can face your chair. I'm just going to show you this way. As your left knee rises into your chest, go ahead and open it to the left side. You can even use your hand if you want to support the shin here. And then come back to center and out to the side. And center, out to the side. Last one, center, out to the side. Good. And then we'll switch sides. So that opposite knee comes to chest. We open it to the side. Bring it in. Good. Opening it. Bring it in. Last two. Last one. All right. As we come down, tree pose. So your knee opens. Right? We have our ankle either on our foot and ankle meet like this. Okay, that's step one. You're in tree, right? And we can keep holding on to our chair. We can maybe test our balance by just letting go of one hand. Okay, if we're feeling really, really stable, we might let go of both hands. Okay, if you want to challenge yourself, you might slide that leg up to the shin, but not on the knee. Make sure it's not pressing into the knee because you're adding pressure. Foot into shin and shin into foot. And then we again can just very ever so gently play with that balance. Awesome. Good. Release, shake it out, let it go. Trying the other side. That right knee will open, heel will meet your ankle. Making sure we're not dumping into our hip. We want to really root up and down. Good. Squeeze your glutes, your thighs. All your muscles are working to stabilize you. And if you wanted to test out or bring your foot a little higher, we can always see how that feels. Awesome. Good. Shake it out, shake it out. Alrighty, have yourself a seat back into your chair. One last stretch. Figure four. Sometimes, this one might not be available for everyone, and that's okay. We can either just kind of cross our ankles. Okay, maybe we can guide that right thigh over the left and kind of sit pretty and tall and tightening up those thighs. Maybe full expression, we can cross the shin over like this. Watch that your bottom leg is not like this or out here or back here. We want to stack it right underneath our knee so that everything is stacked in line. And then flex your toes, right? We want to point them up. This energizes our shin and protects our knee. Now, if you're slouching, grow tall. This is going to tilt your pelvis, and as soon as you do that, you will feel more guaranteed into that right hip, right side. Okay, and this might be enough for you. You just hold here and breathe. Send the breath to where you feel those sensations. We've been often playing with a hinge today, and so if you'd like more, you may hinge at the hips and guide the heart forward. Just again, watching that we're not rounding and making ourselves small, but rather opening and having that movement come from the hips. Awesome. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more breaths. Gentle, take your knee and shin and really find a nice soft release. If you need to kind of lengthen or find a little movement, bring that blood flow back in. Other side as we guide that leg up and over. Again, if you were doing this or you were doing this, just go back to what you did on the other side. Flexing the toes up, guiding the knee down towards the earth. Growing tall through your spine. Breath to settle in. If and when you decide you want to take it a little further, do you hinge at your hips? Slightly leaning forward. Your tailbone is still tilting back and up to the sky. And we'll receive those interesting sensations in our left side, left glute. 2 more breaths. And then gently guiding ourselves back up. Release that leg. Shake it out. Lengthen it out. Right. Give yourself a big hug. Thank your body for everything it does for you. Thank yourself for showing up.
Thank you, body.
Yes, thank you, body. Thank you for committing to you and for being